Всем добрый день. Мы продолжаем Crimes and Punishment. Тун-тун-тун-тун. Погнали. В прошлый раз мы сделали некие эксперименты. Теперь надо решить, кто же виновен на самом деле. Кто же? Кто же? А кто это, блядь? Ватсон? Как-то изменился, блядь, за 2 дня. Фух. А у кого я должен это спросить? В общем, сейчас мы съездим в телячку. Спросим там что-то там. У кого-то что-то спросим. А потом уже вынесем окончательный приговор. Потому что нужна связь с серебром. Не.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
Погнали, сука. Intelligence.
What can you tell me about Mithras?
Oh, so much. It was the core of our work. Why do you ask?
Were you seeking the golden knife?
I see you are an amateur. Yes, the golden knife was our grail. It is said that it bears the only text explaining the ritual of the cult of Mithras.
I understand. I read something about immortality.
A myth. The knife would provide immortality only to the worthy one, and yet it is cursed, and it would kill you if you are not initiated.
Ну-ка, давай про серебро.
We discovered some melted silver in the brazier. Did you put it there?
No. Silver, you say? No, I don't know how it got there.
Did you expect to find the golden knife at the baths?
Well, Sir Rodney thought that it might be there. Did you observe the knife representations there? They are so extraordinary. And we had hoped that... it is a tragedy that he has passed away, taking all of his secrets with him. As soon as I've been released, I will continue Sir Rodney's researches in his memory.
Это Блинхорн был. А у меня, блядь, все подозрения-то как раз на Блинхорна и схватываются, да? Какого нахуй Блинхорна? Я не хочу Блинхорна. Кстати, нет разницы мне. В любом случае получается Блинхорн. Сука, долбоёбище. Ну-ка. И что тогда? О. А Питкин. А если так? Пока что будет Питкин. И ладно, мы можем Питкина засадить. Но мы не можем засадить Гару. Почему? Митра.
Perhaps you could explain the cult of Mithras to me.
No, there is nothing to say. We are not the worthy ones.
But Sir Rodney believed that he was.
He was wrong. I have visions. The golden knife, the mummy. Oh, it's all my fault.
Calm down, Mr. Garrow. We discovered some melted silver in the brazier. Did you put it there?
It didn't help. The power is too strong.
Так, значит, это этот больной положил туда. Кажется, у него там это, шиза. А что, почему не стакается? Ладно. Короче, этот долбой положил серебряный, значит, скорее всего,
Please
дома убили.
escort this suspect for interrogation.
Да это этот убил клоун, он самый, сука, такой... блядь.
The
Ой, блядь,
paintings
на
in
него
the
наебались,
baths
и
are
написано, что он
focused
клоун.
on
Я его просто так
mythos, I
посадил бы.
understand.
Yes, they are what make this place remarkable.
And that is why Sir Rodney came here?
He believed that the golden knife, which is an ancient ritual item, was hidden somewhere around the baths. I admit that it would be wonderful if it were true.
And you are not concerned by the reputation of this artifact?
You mean the curse? Before someone is dead, it is a blessing. After they are dead, well, then it becomes a curse.
Нихуя
Some
не
melted silver was found inside the steam room brazier. Do you know where it came from?
Silver? No.
Питкин ледяной нож. А он в принципе не мог этого сделать, блядь. Почему это ни с чем не стакается? Ну-ка, это что такое? Сука, сложный выбор моральный, я хуею просто. Ну-ка, помогите мне что-нибудь. Блять, ну это же не мог. Ну, я вот через эту хуйню должен был добираться до этого. Ну, вы поняли. А это что такое? А. Кого-то из вас, ребят, мне придется засадить. Да похуй, мне не нравится этот ебаный Питкин, блядь. Пошел ты нахуй. Все, Питкин. Баю-бай, блядь. Осудить нахуй. Подтверждаю. Пошел нахуй.
Why did you bring me here? I saw that you released the others.
Sir Gregory, I would ask that you listen carefully to what
Bye-bye.
I'm intending to reveal to
Нехуй таким
Inspector
заносчивым быть.
Lestrade.
Понял?
You murdered Sir Rodney Bentcliffe in cold blood, and you did it for
Если он
money.
невиновный, то у него, наверное, вообще шок.
No,
Он
that's
такой,
not
типа,
true.
чё, какой нахуй ледяной
I'm
нож, блядь?
afraid that it is. The ingenious ghost weapon that you used only served to prove the premeditation.
Он просто не
You
мог
were
сделать это
insane.
оружие, блядь.
It was a spectacular felony, one that intrigued the police and encouraged the press. Scandal is an excellent means of bringing the public's attention to your baths. And eventually, of course, it brought me too.
You have it all wrong.
Well, I didn't expect you to possess much in the way of courage. May you be a fraction more inspired before you meet the hangman. Farewell, Sir Gregory.
Неправильно, да? Да, блядь, ну в смысле, сука? А кто, блядь? Давай, мы.
Mr. Holmes, what happened?
This.
Is that the golden knife? How?
I also like to dig, you see, Mr. Blinkhorn. One never knows what one might find. Occasionally, remarkable rarities, such as this. The thrill of the discovery, and one's own enhanced reputation. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, are you suggesting that...
I am not suggesting anything. I know. You found the knife. You are an intelligent man. The ghost knife shall remain one of the most ingenious constructions I have seen in my career, I do assure you.
I don't understand.
Yes, you do. I am praising your performance, your perfect murder.
What? Wait, are you accusing me of murder?
А кто, блядь, убивал тогда нахуй?
Mr. Blinkhorn, it is no use to deny it. I know the truth. You had no choice. Because it was you who found the golden knife, and therefore you had to be the murderer. So Rodney was determined to receive all the credit for the find, when in fact it was your work. He would have crushed you to be sure that you could never tell the truth. But I uphold the truth, and I will tell it.
What do you mean? That you will save me?
What I mean is that you deserve a second chance. I shall be following your career with the keenest interest, Mr. Blinkhorn. Farewell.
Как, блядь? Как нахуй? Всегда так, блядь, так... Ой. Как это работает, блядь? Столько всяких улик нахуй. А в конце такое решение, как я должен принять? Не, ну хотя да, ну да, блядь. Этот чел просто не мог сделать нож. Он что, блядь, гений? А этот гений. Нахуй его казнить, блядь. Этот долбоебище спиздил всю славу, нахуй. Ебать копать. Правильно, что его, нахуй. Нет, неправильно. Я хуй знает.
The game is afoot, not a word. Into your clothes and come.
Какая игра, дебил, ты ебаный психопат. Оставь, блядь, Ватсона в покое, дай ему посрать.
I'll wait for you in the sitting room. I've just received a note from Inspector Lestrade, a letter from the suburbs. He is in need of my presence. Whenever he has asked for my assistance, it has always turned out to be entirely justified. I fancy that every one of his cases has found its way into your collection.
Yes, they all seem worthy of...
However, I regret your fatal habit of looking at everything from the point of view of a story instead of a scientific exercise.
Oh, Holmes, you...
I beg your pardon, I digress. It would be much better to examine this letter than to try to convince you.
Опять на тёлку будем смотреть, ну давай. Что ты там делаешь 24/7?
The letter is on the table, Holmes. You should take a look.
Почему у него одно письмо всегда не прочитанное? Сегодня мне впервые позволили написать письмо, и вы первый, кому я решил его адресовать. Я раскаиваюсь за содеянное, также и благодарен вам за раскрытие правды. Я получил огромный жизненный урок.
This is where I keep my post.
The letter is on the table, Holmes. You should take a look.
Все, стол, блядь, если
I can
что.
tell from Lestrade's handwriting that he was in a hurry when he wrote this letter.
Он просто
A
привел.
wax seal with the monogram EB.
Кого ебей? Что он сказал? Ебей? Ты что, дурак, что ли? Детская программа у нас.
The Brackenstall family coat of arms.
Опа, что тут Стас что-то тут натворил.
So, what is it, Holmes?
Едем к Стасу.
Promising, as always, it appears to be a case of murder.
So you believe that Sir Eustace is dead?
I
Нет.
should say so.
смысле?
Lestrade wouldn't have sent for me for less. His writing shows considerable agitation, and he is not an emotional man. These people belong to high society. The quality of the writing paper, the EB monogram, their coat of
EB.
arms. The crime was committed before midnight.
Holmes, how can you possibly tell?
Well, it is all thanks to Lestrade. He wrote his letter at 3:30 in the morning. Imagine the chain of events before that. The local police had to be called
Дело
in.
будет интересно, я чувствую.
Scotland Yard was notified. Lestrade himself had to make haste there, and finally compose the letter he sent to me. All of that makes for a fair night's work.
It makes sense. Lestrade also speaks of the woman he released.
That seems to indicate that she had been held somewhere during the crime. Much time has been wasted. Let us find a cab and go to Abbey Grange immediately. I live in hope of an interesting morning.
И Ватсон такой злой, блядь, только нахуй проснулся, только заснул, блядь, этот дебил меня разбудил уже, сука, я в ахуе просто. Раскрыть, да как нехуй делать, давай сразу обвиним кого-нибудь и все уже. Нет, так не работаем. Фудор Достоевский. Хороший автор. Вау.
Ah, Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson, here you are. I'm very glad that you have come, but perhaps I should not have troubled you after all.
And why is that?
Lady Brackenstall has come to her senses, and she has given so clear an account of the affair that there is not much left for us to do. You remember that Lewisham gang of burglars?
What, the three Randalls?
Exactly. The father and two sons. It's their work. They stole a silver service, which is of great value.
Sir Eustace Brackenstall is dead, then?
Yes. His head was knocked in with his own poker.
A violent act of aggression.
Yes, the poor lady. She has had a most dreadful experience. She was assaulted and tied
Это
to a
леди
chair.
сделала.
But I think that you would best see her and hear her account of the facts. She's in the morning room with her maid, Teresa Wright.
Where is the body of the deceased?
In the dining room. We haven't touched anything.
All right, I'm going to examine it.
Very good, Watson.
Пока-пока, Лестрейд. Сдаем заднюю. Ладно.
Lady Brackenstall awaits you in the morning room.
Маленькой столовой.
Lady Brackenstall awaits you in the morning room. Lady Brackenstall...
Но я сюда хочу, блядь. Что ты доебался? Это? Ёбаный рот. Тогда это позаделка.
Ladies, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting Inspector Lestrade in this investigation.
Mr. Holmes, I am the wife of Sir Eustace Brackenstall. We were married only a year ago.
Жена Стаса.
I am sorry for your loss. Please accept my deepest condolences.
Да, она
I
сама
suppose that it is
сделала,
no
смотри.
use my attempting to conceal that our marriage has not been a happy one. I fear that all would tell you that, even if I were to attempt to deny it.
Изучим-ка тебя. Фингал наебали. Она ничего такая, кстати. Бледные щеки. Бледные щеки, блядь. Бледные щеки. Вот, блядь, у меня, нахуй, бледные щеки. После того, как я, блядь, встану с кровати, блядь, утречком рано, резко, блядь. Это бледные щеки. С Австралии. Сиськи, второй размер, что не отмечаем это. А, что еще? Что еще? Что, сука? Блин. Не понимаю. Какая-то общая деталь, потому что тут ничего такого выдающегося нету. Чё, глаза красные. Ой, блядь, как кружит вертит. Я охуею. Что еще, блядь? Сука. Свежие синяки. Старые синяки. Вот они, блядь. Что произошло в прошлой
Can you
ночи, офицер?
describe to me the events of yesterday evening?
Is it really necessary? I have already told Inspector Lestrade all that happened.
Теперь мне говори.
Yes, madam, it is.
I will tell you then. Sir Eustace retired about 10:30. I sat in this room until after 11,
А это что за
absorbed in a
номера?
book. Before I went
Мать твоя,
upstairs,
что ли?
I entered the dining room to fetch a candle and... Oh God.
Please, go on.
As I approached the French window, I found myself face to face with an elderly, broad-shouldered man who had just stepped into the room. Close behind the first man, I saw two others. One of them struck me a savage blow with his fist and felled me unconscious to the ground.
And then?
Это Юстас ее
When I
ударил.
came to myself, I found that they had secured me tightly to a dining room chair. It was at that instant my unfortunate husband entered the room.
He fought with the intruders?
Нет, он
Yes,
просто пиздился.
I think he had hurt them, for he was holding his stick. But they were three, and he eventually succumbed. One of them, the elder one, struck him a terrible blow with the poker. I fainted once more. When I opened my eyes, they had withdrawn. Then my brave Teresa came to my assistance.
Что
Did
пропало?
these three villains steal anything?
Yes, I found that they had taken the silver from the sideboard. But you can see for yourself in the
Надо
dining
найти
room.
серебро. Она где-то спрятала под домом ее, блядь, 100%.
You mentioned that your marriage was not a happy one. Was there anything specific
Серебро
that was
дорогое,
troubling
серебро
you?
же пиздец недорогой, нет?
He was not a nice man when he was drunk. And he suffered from dark moods that
34
nothing
рубля за
else.
грамм. А, это дорого.
The bruises on your hands are at least 1 week old. Your husband caused those bruises?
Oh, do you? Yes, he did.
Что,
was
как,
very
блядь?
angry at
Это
the
очень
time.
просто.
Out of control. Again. Sir Eustace was a drunkard. To be tied to
Гонит на Юстаса.
such a man
Хуела
for
совсем,
life
блядь. Он
is
и такой
worse than
домище
death.
сделал, блядь. Такое это. Сосала
Your
ты хуёво,
ladyship.
скорее всего. Пошла на. Ну-ка давай, с тобой попиздим.
Teresa, I would like to hear your testimony.
Certainly, sir.
Посмотрим. Страшное ебало. Ничего особенного.
As I sat by my bedroom window, I saw three men in the moonlight down by the lodge gate. But I thought nothing of it at the time.
Она тоже с этой,
If
с
I'd
дрочкой.
known,
And then?
Отворачивайся,
I went to
пиздит.
bed, and it was more than an hour after that I heard my mistress scream. And down I ran, to find her tied to the chair and him on the floor with his head smashed. That's all I know.
Вы мне пиздите явно.
These scratches are most definitely made by the picture frame. This is Sir Eustace's safe. There may be something important inside.
Открывай.
I must ask Lady Brackenstall to open it.
Ну, быстренько.
Lady Brackenstall, could you open this wall safe?
No, it is my husband's safe. I do not know the combination.
We have to open it. Your ladyship?
Нахуй он там что-то пиздит, не понимаю, постоянно.
This photograph of Lady Brackenstall and her maid Teresa was taken at a port, but which one?
Сейчас узнаем. Вот и
So the
узнали.
lady and her maid came from Australia a year and a half ago on this ship.
Гибралтар. Вот, блядь.
Let us try to open this safe. This safe can be cracked. I only have to pay attention. The dial will vibrate when it is set to the correct number.
Как в смысле завибрирует? Кто завибрирует? О! Хуя. Так действительно работает или что это пиздёж? Ну трясись, сука. Только не говоришь, что это 6. Поехали. У-у-у, я богатый. Мне кажется, утравили.
Antique coins, possibly of value, but they're scattered without care.
Да, как будто искали
It
одну.
is common practice to keep one's valuables in a safe behind a painting. It should not really pose a challenge for a criminal.
А забрать?
Sir Eustace's doctor speaks of his violent behavior.
Время. Так, скоро пора заканчивать.
Sir
Сейчас
Eustace was
закончим в
an
этой комнате и
extremely
все.
violent man. A
Сейчас,
detestable
сука, всё
human being, to be
узнаем.
more precise. It is true that he once threw a decanter at me, and all because I dared to stand up to him in defense
Ну
of my
правильно.
mistress.
Нехуй защищаться. Ты вообще работаешь на него. Ты чё, охуел?
God forgive me that I should speak of him so now that he's dead, but a devil he was, if ever one walked the earth. We met him only 18 months ago. She'd only just arrived in London. Yes, it was her first voyage. She'd never been from home before. Wonder with his title and his money and his false London ways. If she made a mistake, she has paid for it, if ever a woman did. She doesn't have any friends here, so it was especially hard for her.
Oh, what a horrible thing to have.
Понятно. Так. Знакомо, согласен. Нихуя, это как это, блядь, выводы нахуй такие делаете? Нет, это не стартуется, да? В общем, что я могу сказать? История очень интересная, нам в богатом доме будем находиться, нихуя. Когда такое еще может быть? Прям какой-то Эрмитаж, прям красота, красиво, хорошо. Будем здесь расследовать дело, собственно. Зарасследуем, как и прошлые 3. То есть правильно все сделаем. Красиво. А вы подписывайтесь на канал. Пишите в комментариях, нравится ли это дело и какое дело вам более по душе. Ставьте лайки. И, собственно, ждите нового выпуска. Всем спасибо. До встречи.